Namaskar, this is Aditya Ajmera, faculty for the geography subject. From the ancient times, in the ancient time, India was known as the golden bird. At that time, India was prosperous, and the reason behind the prosperity of India was better agriculture. So that means the better the agriculture is, the better will be prosperity of that country. And the reason behind the prosperity is better climate. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss the climatic phenomena called as monsoon and how the monsoon is formed in India. So monsoon basically it is the seasonal reversal of winds which bring rainfall to any region. And in case of India, we have two kind of monsoon. The first is northeast monsoon, which we can see during the cold weather season and after the cold weather season. In that time, the winds blow from the northeast region, and this also brings some of the rainfall in some parts of India. But in this lecture, we are going to discuss the southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon, which is the main monsoon which brings major rainfall of India, around 90% of the rainfall which occur in India happen during the southwest monsoon, and it is a matter of debate from the farmers to the parliament, from the universities to the kids of India. That means monsoon affect almost all part of India and from every strata to every political level. So in this lecture, this is the equator, and during the month of March, the sun rays directly fall on the equator. That means there will be high temperature, and high temperature means low atmospheric pressure, because during the high temperature the kinetic energy between the air particles will increase, and this result in the lot of gap between the air particles, and this result in expansion of air, and this create low atmospheric pressure. And if the volume, if the density of air is low here, that means where we have high temperature, high atmospheric pressure, the air will move toward the low atmospheric pressure. So this is the condition during the month of March. But during the month of June, so in the month of June, we have sun rays which directly fall on the Tropic of Cancer, and at that time there will be high temperature in the northern plains and in the Tibetan plateau, and this result in the intense low pressure on the northern plains and Tibetan plateau. So we have low atmospheric pressure. In the Thar Desert, we have also intense low pressure because of the high temperature in the Thar Desert, and this result in the convergence of air. So the air will move toward the low atmospheric pressure. But the trade winds, the permanent winds which blow from the southeast direction, here you can see the southeast direction. So when the sun rays were directly falling on the equator, the air which converged in the equator region, we have a region called as intertropical convergence zone, ITCZ. This ITCZ during the month of June, this will move toward the northern plains. So it looked like this, and it moved upward in the mainland India because the land area get heated much higher as compared to the water area. So this is the condition of ITCZ in the month of June. And when the ITCZ is above the Tropic of Cancer and near the Tropic of Cancer, what will happen? The trade winds, the permanent wind, move toward the ITCZ. So these are the south east trade winds. These southeast trade winds, when coming toward the equator, they will transform into southwest trade winds. Why? Because we have a Coriolis force. Because of the Coriolis force, these winds will move in the direction of southwest. And these southwest winds are called as southwest monsoon winds. So when the southwest monsoon winds coming toward the Indian subcontinent, what will happen? These winds will collide with the Western Ghat region. So here in the Western Ghat region, we have a rainfall region of around 250 centimeter. Rainfall of around 250 centimeter. But how this rainfall occur? So let us suppose these are the mountains of Western Ghats. And here is the Indian Ocean. When these monsoon winds coming toward the Western Ghat region, they will move upward. Why? Because these are warm, moist monsoon winds. They will move upward, and as we move up in the troposphere, the temperature will get decreased. And this is how the vapor in this monsoon wind will condense. This process is called condensation, where the warm winds due to low temperature transform into clouds. So this is how these winds will transform into clouds, and they will become a cause of heavy rainfall in the region, around 250 centimeters. And opposite of the Western Ghat region, we have a region of rain shadow. So this is the process how the rainfall occur in the Western Ghat region. And the branch of this southwest monsoon wind is called as Arabian Sea branch. We have another branch for the southwest monsoon wind, that is called Bay of Bengal branch. So this Arabian Sea branch, some of the winds collide with the Western Ghat and cause heavy rainfall, but there are little gaps between these Western Ghat region, like Thal Ghat, Bhor Ghat, and from these Ghat, these winds will enter into the peninsular India. And some winds move toward the Gujarat region, and here is the Aravalli mountain range. These winds will travel parallel to the Aravalli mountain range, and they will not cause any rainfall. Why? Because these winds will not obstruct with the mountains. They will travel parallel to the mountains, and result is there will be no rainfall in the Rajasthan region. So this Arabian Sea branch also collide with the Vindhya and Satpura mountain range. So we have Vindhya and Satpura mountain range in the Madhya Pradesh region, and when these monsoon winds collide, they enter through the Narmada Valley and Tapi Valley region and collide with the Vindhya and Satpura mountain range and result in the heavy rainfall in the Madhya Pradesh. This is why we have a dense forest in the Madhya Pradesh region and so many national park and wildlife sanctuaries. Compared to any other state, Madhya Pradesh is the largest number of wildlife sanctuary national parks. So this is the result of this is the end point of Aravali's monsoon branch, and they will move toward the Haryana. So this is how the Arabian Sea branch travel. Now we will move toward the story of Bay of Bengal branch. This Bay of Bengal branch will collide with the mountain ranges which are situated in the Meghalaya region. We have three mountain ranges, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia mountains. These mountains will result in the heavy rainfall, and here we can see highest amount of rainfall compared to any region of the world. The region is called as Maisan-Ram. Maisan-Ram is the region where we have the highest amount of rainfall, around 400 centimeter. Now these Bay of Bengal branch winds move toward the Himalayas, where these monsoon winds will collide with the Himalaya, and here you can also see the rain shadow. So we have rain shadow in the Western Ghat region. We have some part of Vindhya and Satpura also face the rain shadow region, and a major rain shadow region in the Himalayas. So this is how the Bay of Bengal branch travel from the Garo, Khasi, Jaintia and toward the Aravali mountain range. The moisture content in the monsoon winds get decreased from east to west. So this is why we have dense tropical evergreen forest in this region, but as we move toward west, there is moist deciduous in some part of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, and major part of the Rajasthan is covered by the dry deciduous forest. But when these winds collide with the Aravali mountain range, we have a rain shadow. Major rainfall will occur in the eastern side of Aravali mountain range, and there will be a rain shadow region in the western part. So this is how the southwest monsoon winds in the month of July, 1st of July, these winds will cover almost whole part of India except this Thar desert, and this is the reason why we have a desert and very less rainfall, because of the rain shadow region. So we have discussed the southwest monsoon winds, the origin of the monsoon, and we have also discussed the effect of monsoon, because in this season we have the kharif crops grown by the Indian farmers, and this is the time where we get most of the rainfall in India. So thank you for watching.